Welcome into Friday Night Blitz. Week 5 just wrapped up, which means, and this feels hard to believe, but we are officially halfway through the Wisconsin high school football season. It always goes by too quick, but let's show you what happened throughout our area. Let's start in the FBA. Our showdown game of the week, the always tough Appleton North Lightning tied at the top of the FBA with Kimberly and Neenah hosting winless Hortonville. Late in the first, Lightning at the 9 of the Polar Bears. Well, they're going to try to hand this one off to Anthony Reichel. Pink cowboy hat gets in the way here, but it's a rodeo in the end zone for an early lead. Second half, Appleton North up 12-0. QB Grant Hardy, play action, and he hits his receiver Jackson score for the score. 19-0 they go up. A few minutes later, Plasky punts. Elijah Valeri fields it for the Lightning. Up the sideline he goes. He zigs, and then he's going to zag. Pretty much in the shape of a lightning bolt like Harry Potter's forehead. 26-0 they lead now. Now Plasky trying to come back in the fourth, and this will pretty much seal the win. An interception by Cole Hank. Appleton North rolls 26-14, which sets up a huge matchup next week against Neenah, who also won tonight. So let's send it to Noah Cornelius, who is standing by with Lightning senior Trey Fox.
Man, you had a pretty good game today. If I heard correctly, you recorded your third sack in the game. Is that right?
Fourth
sack in the game, man. What does it mean to be, on the prowl, trying to get those sacks on defense, man?
It means everything. I try to give it my all to every play and just try to dig deep and do what I can and just make sure I do my job. My strength comes from the man above, so I just try to do what I can.
How are you and your boys training for the next game next week? Pretty tough one coming up.
Next week is going to be a hard practice for sure. Coming in on Sunday, taking those days, taking them extra 15%, taking it the extra mile and doing what we can and practice. And our coaches are going to make sure that we're trained. So, yeah.
Noah, now let's see if Kimberly could also get a win tonight hosting Appleton East. The Patriots haven't beat the Papermakers since 2002. Let's jump to the first quarter. Kimberly has the ball, 4th and 3 on the Patriots 33. A defensive lineman, Eli Shinsky, gets there for a big sack on the quarterback. Turnover on downs. Later on in the first, Kimberly 2nd and 10 approaching the red zone, but Randy Mercedes breaks through the line for another Appleton East sack. But the very next play, Cam Wong is going to be looking to the air, fakes the handoff to Brady Bell, launches it over 30 yards to Alex Lam, who makes the leaping grab to put Kimberly up 7-0 just before the end of the first quarter. Papermakers never look back and take down the Patriots 46-0. Now Bayport 2-0 in the FRCC, hosting conference foe Ashwaubenon. In their last 2 games, the Pirates are outscoring their opponents 118-32, and the Jags haven't beat the Pirates since 2015. Bayport starts out first with the ball. First play from scrimmage, Matt Stevens, the quarterback, runs this one up the gut. There's nobody there for the defense. He's going to run all the way to the house, 59-yard touchdown. 2 possessions later, Stevens, a little flip pass to Brady Moon, looking like he's a part of the Apollo 11 crew being shot into orbit to get to the moon. 58-yard touchdown pass, 53-0, they cruise. Now West Pere and Plasky duking it out tonight. Winner stays atop of the FRCC North with Bayport Phantoms jumping out to a big lead in the first half. Patrick Bryson, he dumps it off to his running back, Ryan Lutz, who cuts across the field, and he's going to make some more moves. This guy is a playmaker. He dives on into the end zone. West Pere up 29, but they want more. They convert the onside kick here before the end of the first half. And you know what happens next. Bryson drives his team right down the field, and he hits his favorite target, Judea Niskern, in the end zone. They lead by 36 at the break and win 52-9. That sets up a huge matchup against Bayport in Week 8 in our Sports Showdown game that will likely decide the conference. To the Bay/Northeastern Conference matchup that counts as a conference game between Fox Valley Lutheran at Freedom tonight. Late second quarter, FBL has a 4th and 8 on the 30, and Braden Hyges finds Jacoby Dauberstein to get a first. But the Irish would hold the Foxes to a field goal. They go up, they put 3 on the board at 17-6. Less than 2 minutes in the half, the Irish deep in their own territory, and Owen Heichel throws a bomb down the field, and it's caught by Aiden Ertz, who adds a few more yards for a 40-yard reception. But 2 plays later, Heichel's looking for another long pass, airs it out to Quinn Brennenstuhl, but it bounces off his body and foot into the arms of Tyler DeCane for the interception. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. But the Irish would turn things around and come back in the second half and win this one 28-17. Nice PBU right there. Marinette taking on Bondwell in a Packerland clash. Marines sitting atop of the conference with Kewanee and Michigan. Coming into the night, they were all tied. First drive of the game, and the Bears are off and running, quickly getting into the red zone before Carter Maish for an 11-yard touchdown. 7-0 Bears lead. Marinette tries to respond with a long drive, but this is going to be picked off by Quinn Wiesenberg. That sets up Bondwell beautifully, getting close to midfield. The very next play, Wiesenberg pitches left to Malachi Gray, who hits the sideline, breaks an arm tackle. He's gone for a 56-yard touchdown, The Bears never trailed tonight. They dominate Marinette 35-6, and Kewanee won tonight, so the Storm are all alone at the top of the Packerland. Now let's send it to Callie Hallinan, who spent her birthday night watching an Eastern Wisconsin Conference showdown. Let's send it to her right now.
It's a battle between two of the top teams in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference. New Holstein hosting Roncalli. Let's see how it played out. The Jets ready to face the Huskies. First quarter, Landon Floyd goes deep to Eli Coleman for the touchdown. New Holstein strikes first and takes a 7-0 lead. But the rest of the half is all Roncalli. Sawyer Van Dries is unstoppable on the ground. He scores back-to-back rushing touchdowns to give the Jets a 14-7 lead. Then it's the defense stepping up. Dominic Frazina with the interception, and that sets up another Van Dries touchdown. The Jets up 20-7. And on the very next drive, Frazina does it again. It's his second pick of the night. He sets up quarterback Dominic Thiele, who keeps it himself and powers into the end zone for another Roncalli touchdown. The Jets lead 26-10 at the half. The momentum carries into the second half. Thiele lowers his shoulder, an angry run for another touchdown. Roncalli takes this one 32-17.
This is huge. I mean, a goal for us obviously is to win state, but we got to build on starting with winning conference, obviously. And this is a team that beat us last year, 1 of 2. So this game is circled on our calendar, and it feels awesome.
I saw our guys run amazing routes. Our line blocked amazingly. So without these guys, I can't do much, guys. So thank you.
Yes, sir.
Up next, Roncalli faces Brillion, and New Holstein takes on Chilton. From New Holstein High School, Kelly Hallinan, NBC 26 Sports.
Big matchup between Roncalli and Brillion next week. Kelly, go celebrate your birthday. Happy birthday, but don't go anywhere. Our play of the night is coming up next. Welcome back. It's time for our play of the night. It happened on our sports showdown game. Appleton North sophomore wide receiver Elijah Valeri house calls this punt from 70 yards as the Lightning take down Hortonville 26-14. That sets up a huge matchup next week as they take on Neenah, who's also undefeated in FBA play, along with Kimberly. Make sure to tune in next week for our showdown game, a FRCC South matchup between Notre Dame, the 2024 D3 champs, taking on Menasha. But that will do it for our show tonight. Have a very good rest of your weekend. I know I will.